you ever wondered what it would be like to travel the United States, 48 states in a school bus? Well, recently I was at Schoolypalooza and I ran across a couple, Richard and Elizabeth, who built a tiny house inside of a school bus. Actually, literally built a tiny little house, like a dollhouse, inside of their school bus. And they're touring the United States, 47 out of 48 states in the continental U.S. and counting, and they're still traveling. The innovative ideas inside of this school bus are really, truly unique. I think you'll really enjoy this tour.
I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Richard.
And this is our little house on the highway.
It's a 1996 Thomas International school bus.
And we've been living in it for about a year and a half.
It's 34 feet long and the engine is the 7.3 liter turbo V8.
We bought it in Florida and converted it in the Atlanta area, and we've taken it to 47 states so far.
We've lived in our bus since August 1st, 2018.
So we took about 4 months to convert the bus, and when we got it, we had this idea that we wanted to do a woody wagon paint scheme, but we didn't have time to do it until we were already on the road. So last year when we got to California, we did the yellow and then a little technique for a wood grain. So when we went to California, my mom's cousin is a scenic artist and she showed us how to do a wood grain paint so that we didn't have to buy wood, and we didn't know how that was really going to work out. But if you look closely, you can see that we just used throwaway brushes and painted it along the side. And this is actually leftover of her house paint, and then she matched the color for us. So a lot of people think that it's real wood, but until they get up close, then they see that we did it ourselves.
So the windows here on the back of our bus actually came from the original 1971 Disney Main Street in Disney World, Florida. And they remodeled the windows, and they took the windows and threw them in the garbage, but our friend was the construction worker, and so he saved them. And when we visited him, he showed us the windows and we got real excited and we put them on the bus. So it goes with our little house on the highway theme.
So here's another project that we started after we got on the road, our roof deck.
We met up with our friends Mike and Dean, and also our friends Will and Dale helped us work on the roof deck, but it's all 1x2 steel, and we welded everything and attached it to the bus, and then we lined it with deck boards. So
now that you've seen the outside, come on in.
Let's check out the inside. This is the driver's area, the main cockpit, where I spend most of my time driving. When we bought the bus, it had 247,000 miles on it, and now it has 276. So we've put 29,000 miles on this bus. We try to collect a lot of stickers whenever we go places, and we trade with our other school bus friends and van friends. But got some Dragon Ball Z stuff up here, some toys. Just a fun little area to spend our time driving.
So this is our entryway. We have a banister here. It was help from my mom's neighbor who came in the bus, really liked it, and he said, "What can I do for you guys to help you and to be a part of this?" And he built banisters for a living, so he constructed a nice banister for our entryway. And then also we decided that we wanted to put in some grass, AstroTurf, kind of just like turf from Home Depot. It was really inexpensive and it's super durable.
When some people come in the bus, they say, "Oh, what kind of cat do you have, or what kind of dog do you have?" But this is the powerhouse. This houses all of our solar. So our batteries are here. Our charge controller and inverter are inside, and we also have a little attic where we can hide some more stuff. You know, we just put our things in there, and we even have a small door that we can run out some cords this way.
And this is where most of our, actually pretty much all of our outlets are located right here, so it's nice. This is where we charge our devices, our phones, anything that we need, and it also powers our refrigerator and LED lights. So we didn't have a huge budget for the bus, so we wanted to repurpose as much as we could. This desk came from our office in our old house, and this is also an item that was in our bedroom, but then we needed storage for books, so Richard built a nice handy little bookshelf here on top of it. And then we store just our reusable bags, all types of things that we use from the day-to-day in these little bins. We have 2 air conditioners in the bus, one here and one all the way in the back, and they work really well when the bus is running.
Here we have a little dining area. The table folds up and down, and we spend a lot of time in these comfy chairs. They swivel, they have seat belts, and they also lock in place. And here's what the table looks like when it folds down. Here's our kitchen area. Over here we have our cooking area. When we're ready to cook, we take our stove out and we set it up top and we cook either with a Coleman camp stove or with a 1-pot butane burner. And when we're not using it, we put everything away so we have some empty counter space.
And here's a little bit more about our kitchen area. Our LK stainless steel sink. We also did the tile work ourselves on both sides. We have running water underneath with a shear flow water pump into a 6-gallon gray water. And then when we're at the beach and getting creative or need to clean off, we can have an outdoor shower.
Here's our fridge, and it's an apartment size fridge. It's got a refrigerator area and a freezer for ice cream. And this always stays plugged in with the inverter up front. Here's our closet area. If I built a shower, this is where I would build it. But for now we have a small travel toilet. It's a 2.5-gallon cassette toilet. It was only about $65 on Amazon. And here we have a closet that we keep a lot of our clothes. Also the wheel well is here, so we built over this section.
Back here we have more storage. This is more of a pantry in this cupboard. And then over here we have more going along with the bathroom. We have our toothbrushes, brushes in here. Then we have our sort of like toiletries in here. And then I have a vanity over here. And we each have our own dresser. And those came from our house before.
We have a full-size bed in the bus. We think it uses this space most efficiently over in the corner, in the side, and creating this whole big room on the side of the bed.
And underneath the bed we have a 40-gallon water tank, and we will just actually lower that window and fill it through there. And so we have more storage underneath the bed, and then we also have more storage in this closet here.
We built a bookshelf also that has some 12-volt wiring in it, so we can turn on lights and also charge our cell phones in the back.
And because we have the powerhouse in the front, actually the cords or the wires go through this copper pipe, and that's how it powers this area back here. Thank you so much for coming into our home, and you can check us out at Little House on the Highway on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and we hope we see you on the road.
I really love what Richard and Elizabeth have done with this bus here. The ladder system that they put going up on the roof, I think, is unparalleled. I have never felt so safe and so comfortable climbing on top of a roof. And I love the powerhouse, designing all your power stuff to go inside of a literal small house inside of a house is just really fun and whimsical. And the style and the design that's in here, I think they've truly put a lot of thought and effort into making this space personalized for their needs and for their happiness and quality of life. Thank you so much for watching. Savor the moment, and I hope to see you in another video tour.